Hello everybody and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. I have a great idea because we are now finally playing in 1.16.2. Now there's already a Bedrock beta. I think there's already a Bedrock beta like the day after 1.16.2 came out with a couple more parity things. Unfortunately, we still don't have a couple things. We still don't have sideways chains in Bedrock, which is super annoying to me that it... here's the thing. I understand that a lot of the old things don't have parity. I totally get that. It kind of bums me out when the new stuff isn't cross-platform, right? That kind of bums me out. But it is what it is. So I spent last night 4 hours after my kids went to bed. I put on a couple movies. I watched 2 movies and I grinded away on the mountain. I worked over there. You can see there's actually starting a back. So let's go. It's a bit of a fly, but let's go fly over here and take a look at it. Starting the back, just that much, just enough where it's starting to get a little bit of the shape. This whole peak is now finished. Now it's very flat. It's only one side, just like the other side just stops. But also over here, I worked on a little bit of the editing process of the mountain, you know, like kind of fixing a few of the sort of wacky and weird peaks and stuff like that. Like, for example, where is it? Yeah, right here was a little bit weird. Let me see if I can find a really good point. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So right here, like basically what happened was I had this kind of like, I had this L shape sort of here, and I thought that was kind of good for a peak, but then whenever I built this side up, it kind of forced another kind of L shape, so now it turned into a U, and it got a little weird. So what I decided to do to combat that weird is I built this little bridge right here, and what we'll do is we'll put a bunch of dirt there and maybe a couple like small little trees or something, just some greenery, and all of a sudden I think that's going to make sense now. So there's a little bit of an overhang right where the path walks up. I think that's going to look really good. I mean, this is all going to be covered with some greenery and some dirt and all that kind of stuff. A lot of these nature spots will. The other thing I really worked on is over in this area right here. So I did this entire bit from, well, basically like this turn from right there, this entire thing over this way and the whole way up to there. So all this is also new mountain. So the mountain's coming along, but again, you know, that was like 4 hours of grind. That was like a heavy duty amount of grind. And well, you know, you can see there's still a long way to go. Like this is a bigger project than I thought it was going to be, and I thought it was going to be a really, really, really big project. So it is what it is. Now, first thing we're doing today is we're working on the squid farm, which you probably know, I would assume, from the title and all that kind of stuff. But oh yeah, that doesn't work. How fun. So I'm going to grab all my gold because I'm going to need a bunch of powered rails. I don't know how many. Probably I have enough. And then I'll make a trip over to the iron farm, and we're going to work on the rail collection thing because I'm going to be building the squid farm right there. Man, the mountain looks so good. I just missed it. I just missed dusk. I was grabbing iron and it looked so good. I was just thinking like, oh, I gotta show everyone. And then by the time I did, it became night. But yeah, the mountain looks really good. So let me tell you, while we're headed over here to start making up some rails and stuff like that, let me just tell you what is going on with my family here. So my son Harrison, who's now 5 years old, and he's my autistic boy who's just a super brilliant, awesome little dude. He has a fever just out of the blue last night, and we've been very careful. Like, we've been very good about, you know, when we do go out, we're very safe. Now, he won't wear a mask. That's one of his sensory sort of things. And also, he's 5, but he won't wear a mask. And so, you know, we're just very, very careful about where we take him. And, you know, we don't only go absolutely mandatory places and all that kind of stuff. But he has a fever. So we're probably going to have to take my 5-year-old in to get a COVID test, which is just going to be absolutely dreadful. So that's what we're doing today. Both my wife, me, and apparently the 2-year-old, Lincoln, are feeling fine. So we think everything's okay from that point, you know, but, you know, there's so many asymptomatic people, you just don't know. You just don't know anything, you know. So, yeah, so that's going to be our afternoon. We're going to be totally quarantined for now, and then we'll see, you know, if certainly if he comes back positive, we'll be, gee whiz, man, we will be in deep quarantine for a long time, but and, you know, of course I'm concerned about his health and everything too. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, and that's something I got to look forward to a little bit here. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm going to make 34 hoppers because I think I have a plan. Here's going to be my unloading plan, because I want this thing to be running like all the time, and I don't really want to do a complicated unloader. I don't know how, and I don't think it's necessary with what I'm planning on doing for this thing here, and you know, if it is necessary, then I will rethink those plans. But here's my rough plan. This is the center between two chunks. So what I'm going to basically do is I'm going to have a here is going to be one. So we'll do, let me see here. Let's see. We'd have to go down one, right? So we go right here. So we go here and here. That's gonna be my main drop-off points between the row of hoppers. And you'll have to just tell me, is this like the dumbest thing you've ever seen? I think this is gonna be kind of a smart way to do it in a very simple way. And I think this will be plenty of unloading spots to get all of my stuff. I hope anyway. I hope so. Jeez, if I'm wrong, oh man, I'm really gonna regret it. But here's gonna be the plan. So we're gonna make, let's see, we're gonna make some chests here. Let's I'm trying to save time by doing the clicking thing. I can't find chests. Okay, fine. Let's do this. And I think I may end up splitting this into two separate oh, everything's going great. Let me just do this. All right, so is this gonna work? I think this is gonna work, right? This is my plan anyway. So let's see, this is 1, 2, 3. We'll do it right here, and we'll just do another row, probably unnecessary, but another row of redstone along here, and then hopefully this will keep the powered rails running and keep the carts running basically all the time. I think that'll be good. I got way too much redstone, but that's all right. You know, always put it back in the storage, right? So yeah, so the plan is going to be, I have a row of hoppers that are feeding into the chest right here and here, right? So this whole row. So every time the cart comes by here, it'll drop in probably one ink here and one ink here, right? So my thinking is that every pass, there's no way I'm gonna pick up more than, you know, it's not gonna be that efficient, right? I'm not gonna be so incredibly, insanely efficient that I'm gonna be overflowing in my ink. And if I am, then you know, honestly, whatever. So okay, so here's the basic plan. So what we'll do is let's see, so starting here, let's start actually right, let's see, on this row right there, okay? And then I think what we'll just do, I don't need to have all of these powered, I don't think. I don't even know if I can, actually. I have enough gold probably from running my gold farm. Yeah, I could. Should I? Does it matter? Or is that gonna make the cart go too fast? Maybe, I don't know. I don't actually know. I don't know what I should do here, because I'm not copying a design here. I'm just kind of using my brain, right? So now I want to do this, and then I think I'd want to just do this. Maybe I should just use all powered rails. Except for not there. And here, yeah, okay, cool, that works. So something like this. Now, what I want to do is I want to do a little test run. So I brought a cart with me, and let's see if I make this into a hopper cart. I don't think that really matters if it's a hopper cart or not, but let's just to play it absolutely safely. And I put it, say, right here. Should go. And then I think it'll hit that wall and bounce back. Yep, it does. Okay. Now I want to throw some items in here. So let's just throw some of this stuff. Okay, it's gonna pick it up. Okay, now it hit past 2, and I got 3. I got all of them. I got all the items. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. But see, so every time it passes, it's going to drop 1 or 2, because these hopper minecarts, they go really fast, right? They drop really fast. So I think this is going to work just fine. It's like super simple, and that way I don't need to have a complicated loader unloader situation. It's just going to always go, right? Okay, so now stop. Okay, cool. Okay, great. Let me fill out the whole rest of these. I definitely have to get more gold, but yeah, I think it should work. You know, I was thinking, I was just fighting off a zombie horde trying to get to my storage area, and I was just thinking, wouldn't it be a cool thing if in Minecraft, if zombies could give you some sort of zombie curse or something? So it made them like, you know, in like in Walking Dead, like if a zombie bites you, then you're gonna turn into a zombie, essentially. Wouldn't it be cool if you know, if zombies hit you, then there was a chance that you could get infected, and then you'd have a certain amount of time once infected to, you know, take some sort of healing agent, not healing, but like anti-zombie get you agent. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be cool? That would be cool, right? I think it would be cool. I mean, you know, it would add like a bit of a pain to the game. Like you'd have to be like, oh no, I got to stop building and I got to go get my zombie healing cure. But wouldn't it be great? Because like it would make zombies actually scary, because even if they're not going to kill you, they could cause you a big, you know, they could be a big pain in the butt. So like right now zombies are crazy, not scary, right? I mean, not at all. Like zombies are not going to kill you in this game for the most part, unless you're like AFK or something, you know? But man, it would be awesome if they were actually scary, right? The other thing is, this keep is looking good. I just flew in here. I'm like, and like, there's no detail yet. Like, it's still crap, but like, man, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I think next episode, I really want to get back to the end and work a lot more on the food towers. But I was just thinking about the end, and that's kind of what spurred this on, is because I was thinking like, oh, I want to do a lot of stuff with some black blocks, because there's actually a new texture that I want to add to the texture pack for the end specifically. And to get it, I think I want to use a concrete, and I think that I want to start working on my concrete textures, because I'm never going to use concretes in this world. Never, ever, ever. They just don't fit. They're like, it's cool. I'm glad they're in the game. The very industrial sort of look and stuff like that. It's just not going to fit with the medieval or theme, so I want to make them sort of the space theme idea, and I think that we can use a lot of those concretes in the space base. So I want to start texturing a couple of those. Okay, rails. Let's do this. I don't know how many I need. That might even, you know, that might be enough right there. Let's see where I left off. All right, we'll finish off doing this, and then I'm gonna have to go get a bunch of magma blocks, and I'm just really hoping that squids will spawn here. Now, this is a river. If you're wondering, it's like, Fix, is this a river? Yeah. You can actually see, thanks shaders, you can see the exact outline there. We're right over a river, and there's a couple blocks, not just because I wanted to exactly fill 2 chunks. So there's a couple blocks that aren't in the river, but whatever, I can live with that. But it's gonna be pretty good. All right, let me do this, and then we'll come back and hope that squids spawn, darn it. Well, before we do anything else, it's time to get a couple of these minecart hoppers and just start them rolling, and just hope that they just keep on rolling, really, basically. So we'll put this guy right there. I'm gonna do 2 of these. I should only need 2. And just for fun, we'll start them right here at the starting line. I don't think, there's no way I'll be able to sync them up, so that's fine. And they're going. Okay, they should, hypothetically, they should never stop. Now, if they do stop, well, if they do stop, I'm going to have a little bit of repair work to do, apparently, because there's going to be magma blocks filled with water, only 1 block above this. So if they do stop, it'll be a big pain in the butt. But I guess we will cross that bridge when we come to it. So the next thing that we got to do is we got to fill up magma blocks, which are going to be just 1 block higher than this. Okay, so one thing I'm very curious about is if I go over here now, I have a bunch of magma blocks in my little ocean test squid farm, which this thing's going to go away. Actually, it's going to go away like right now. I'm going to fill this up. Do I have sand? No, I should go get sand, I guess. All right, let's fill this up. So let's talk a little bit about design, because I actually got this whole thing functioning, and it actually totally works. It totally works. We are now the official owners of a 2-chunk ink farm. Oh yeah, also, by the way, salmon, which is a wonderful thing to eat. Granted, pumpkin pie is also really great, and it's free essentially with trading, but still, it'll be really nice to have salmon, mix it up, you know, so my dude's not just eating pumpkin pie. I mean, man, that's not good for the waistline, right? Anyway, here's the fully functional Fix designed squid farm. And I mean, you know, I Fix designed loosely, just the little collection thing is what I designed, and it's even that is very loose. But check it out, it totally works. It totally, see those salmon and bones over there from yeah, I'm getting salmon, bones, and ink as all I'm getting, which are 3 really cool and useful, awesome things. And I have I've played and quit the game several times now, and I've gotten you know, the carts are still running and all that kind of stuff is still good. What I am going to do is I'm going to expand this platform. See, they just got picked up. Boom, picked up. And then next time it goes through, it should drop in. Probably already dropped in, to be honest. So already 37 ink. I didn't put any in there. So all this stuff is just since I built this. So super cool. A couple things I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be building out this as a platform here. This is going to come for the eventual actual build part of this whole thing, and it's going to connect over to the creeper farm. So that way, whenever you go up to either the squid farm or the creeper farm, everything is right. It's right here. You know, it's going to be really cool. Maybe we'll do eventually like a bubble elevator or something like that, especially for once we throw in the roof, because you can see how high the roof is up here. You know, this is going to be, obviously, this is going to be a very, close to the ceiling sort of thing, and you don't want to hit your head when you're flying and all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do for this, now here's the decoration part, right? We're not going to get there today or for a very long time. I have essentially two options of how I can do that, how I can build this ink farm into the world. One is my first instinct, which is actually build the mountain up over it. So you can see where the mountain was going to come down right here. There's no reason why I couldn't just extend it kind of flat and then over on the other side. It wouldn't really change anything. And the only thing that would change is this river right here would be in like a kind of cave. And I think even that is kind of cool. Like the river cut through the mountain. I think that's cool as well. So, you know, that's one option. Or the other option is keep the mountain where it is right now. And this is honestly the one that I'm probably leaning towards the most. And then do some sort of build that is going to encompass this. And I've thought of a few options. One, I thought, oh, see the squid? Ha ha ha, so nice, ink. One option is an airship. I thought, because this would be about the right size for a blimp, if we could do an airship docking up here on the mountain or something. My only concern with that, with the airship design, is there is a bit of a, how would you say it? There's some Minecraft believability factor here, right? I mean, build height, the problem is build height is only 256 meters off the ground, and it's not even that. It's actually more like 190 because the ground's actually like 65 or so up, right? So that mountain is only like 190 meters tall. That's not a very tall mountain in reality, but if you're down here and you're looking at it, like let's go right over this road here. If you're down here on this beautiful Blackstone road, and you look, it's like, oh, that looks like a really big, awesome, cool mountain, right? And I'll be honest too about it. There are maybe a couple more overhangs than I kind of wish there were. So I'm going to need to be really creative on how I fix that. And if I hate it, then I'm just gonna like stone over it. Like if it looks too dumb having that there, then I'll just stone over it. So not a big deal. The problem is if I put an airship up there, then I think everyone knows how big an airship is, you know, because it's basically a boat that's flying in the air, right? So we all know how big that is. If I put an airship up there, it is going to show that this mountain isn't that big. Where if you're down here and you look up, you know, you can't really tell how tall it is, especially as you get closer because it just kind of keeps going. So I don't know. I don't know what the best option is. Right now I'm leaning on either an airship or a tower build of some sort or something, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet. So I'm just going to kind of wait and think it through. And I'm not going to build that side of the mountain until I really have a clear vision on what I want to do. But the good part is we now have a functional ink farm, which is freaking awesome. It's just tremendous. I'm really, really, really happy about it. And I can't believe it. I can't believe how fast it was, how easy it was. I just had to wait until 1.16.2 actually released so the ink, squid will actually spawn here on bubble columns, because that was the holdup. And it was a bug in 1.16 where squid stopped spawning on those. Now in Bedrock, you can build a squid farm way up here in the air. I didn't know that at the time that I started building my first ink farm, which I never really finished over there in the jungle. So that build, you can actually see it. There's a hole in the jungle. That we're gonna do something with that eventually. I dug a big hole. Eventually, we'll do something with it. So yeah, I don't know. Look at that, more squid. They're just spawning. It's just giving me all your ink. So cool. So I didn't know that. So anyway, in Java, squid will only spawn between like 40 and 65 or something in that area, where in Bedrock, apparently they will spawn the entire way up to the top as long as it's in water. So super cool. Anyway, I am going to leave this episode here. We did a lot of really good work and we have squid, baby. Woo! And I'll see you all next time from Bedrock Survival with Fixxitt. Thanks so much for coming by. Leave me a comment and a like if you don't mind. It really helps out the channel. I've heard. I like it too. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.